Hello kids, welcome to the third video of chapter 7, Getting to Know Plants. So first two videos, hope you studied well, hope it was clear to you. Okay, we'll move on to the third video and today's topic is root. So in the first video we studied about the first part of a plant, stem. In the second video we studied in detail about the leaf. Now we are going to study about the root of a plant. Okay, so what is a root? What is the function of a root actually? Where is this root seen in a plant? Okay, now tell me the answer for the first question. Okay, what is the function of a root? Tell me children. Yes, what does the root do? They will be absorbing the nutrients and water from the soil. Okay, and the root will absorb all these materials from the soil and it will give to the stem of a plant. Okay, now where will you see the root? It is the part of a plant below the soil. Understood? So now we are going to study about an activity to show you that the root has a major function of absorption of nutrients and water from the soil. Okay, this activity will show you the importance of root in a plant. So we will start. Okay. So this is the activity. This is activity number 6 in page number 57 of your textbook. Activity number 6. Now in this activity, you just see here, there are two pots. You take one pot and you label it as A. You take another pot and label it as B. In both the pots, you put some potting mixture, you put the soil and keep everything ready for the plant to grow there. Okay, you collect two healthy plants from your garden. From somewhere around you, you just collect two healthy plants. Okay, the first one in both the plants, see, when you are collecting both the plants, it should be very healthy. Okay, the first plant along with the root, you just plant it in pot number A, in pot named A. The second plant, as you observe in this picture, what can you see here? There is no root system. What happened to the root? Actually, before keeping the plant into the spot B, what you should do with the second plant? You just cut the root of the plant. Okay, the part of the plant below the soil, you just cut it before you plant it in pot B. Okay, so this plant is not having, the plant in pot B is not having the root. The plant in pot A is very much healthy with the shoot system and the root system. Okay, you pour water to these plants, you just keep them aside. Okay, keep it under sunlight, you just wait. Okay, keep them under sunlight for some time or for one day. Okay, you keep it there. After some time you just come and observe, or after one day you just come and observe what happens to these two plants. Okay, you can very clearly see that the plant which is kept in pot A is still healthier because the plant was having root. Okay, when you pour water, the root will be absorbing all the nutrients and it will be giving to the shoot. So the plant is very much healthy. But the plant in pot B, it is not at all healthy. It has started drying up. What happened there? You have poured water, minerals, everything, but still there is no root to absorb all these things and to take it to the plant. Okay, there is nothing here to absorb and give it to the leaf. There is no root for the plant. So without root, how will this plant live? The plant cannot live. So the plant will slowly start drying up and finally the plant will die off. So understood the importance of root, children? The root is a part of a plant which you can see below the soil. The main function of root is it will be absorbing. So what are the different functions of root? The root will be absorbing water, number 1, and number 2, minerals from the soil. So these are the two functions of the root. So this is an activity to show you about the function of the root. Is this clear? Okay. Now, other than these two functions, there is one more function for the root actually. Actually, there is one more function. Okay. That is, the root will help the plant to firmly attach onto the soil, or the root will anchor the plant in the soil. The root will anchor the plant firmly in the soil. So, the plant can firmly stand upright in the soil only because of this root, or else the plant will fall down fast. If the root is not healthy, the plant will definitely fall off. Okay, so now we can see another activity to study about this third function of the root. What is the third function? It will anchor the plant in the soil. Okay, now an activity for that. You just take some seeds. You just take some green gram seeds. I think you have already done the sprouting experiment in the first chapter. Remember the experiment which we did there? You took some seeds and you kept it for sprouting, isn't it? The same experiment you just repeated once more. You just take a few seeds. Just soak it in water and you keep it in a wet cotton. You just take a little bit of wet cotton and you put the seeds there. You keep it for sprouting. After a few days, the seeds will be sprouted, the root system will be growing down, the shoot system will be coming up. What you should do now, try to pull out the plant or the sprouted seed, you try to pull out from the cotton. You can see that it will be difficult for you to pull out the plant from the cotton. You know why? Because the roots might have clustered in that cotton, and the roots will be very firmly attached to that cotton. The roots will be growing down and you will feel that it's very difficult to detach them from that cotton. Okay, so actually the roots have anchored themselves to that cotton and it has made the plant firm in that cotton. Okay, so this is an activity to show you that the roots will be anchoring firmly onto the soil. So you just take a little bit of plants and you just put it in wet cotton. After a few days you try to take out the sprout. It will be very difficult to take the sprout because the roots have properly anchored onto the cotton. You just see this diagram. See, this is another small sprout which is already put in soil. Just see the beautiful roots which has come out of the sprout and see how spreading the roots are. The roots have spread so well into the soil. They are anchoring the soil beneath it. Just think, you are just trying to pull out this plant from the soil. Will it be easy for you to do it? No. Why? Because the roots have already anchored in the soil. So this is how the roots firmly attach the plant onto the soil. So what are the different functions of a root? Number one, the root will help in absorbing water from the soil. Number two, the roots will help in absorbing minerals from the soil. And number three, the roots will help the plant to firmly anchor in the soil. Is this clear, children? Okay. Now we are going to see about the different types of root which are present in plants. There are two major types of roots. Number one is taproot. See, this is taproot. Number two is fibrous root. Now we will see what is a taproot and what is a fibrous root. The first diagram shown here, that is A, this is a taproot system. Now can you see this taproot? Just observe it carefully. The part of the root, see the main branch of the root which is starting from the base is actually very wide. Can you see? It is very prominent and you call it as the main root. So the main root of this plant is very prominent. And you can see small branches which is coming out from the main root. Okay, they are called as the lateral roots. So in a taproot system, there will be a main root which is very big and there will be so many side branches or the small lateral roots which arise from the main root. So this is the main root and these are the lateral roots. So such a root system, such a root system where you can get a main root and so many small lateral roots, you call it as the taproot system. Whereas The second one is fibrous root system. As the name indicates, it's just like fibers. Okay, from the base of the stem, you can see so many small roots coming out. Okay, if this is the level of soil, this is the base of the stem, you can see so many small roots rising down. Okay, and all these roots will be almost of the same size. Can you see this diagram? It will be almost of the same size. Such a root system you call it as the fibrous root system. Here there is no main root, there is no side root, nothing. All the roots are almost of the same size. Whereas here there is a main root and so many side branches arising from the main root. So understood, kids? So there are two main types of root system. Which are they? Tap root system and fibrous root system. Is this clear? So this topic root is, see, it's almost over right now. So you studied about the root, you studied the functions of the root, and you studied about two main types of root. Okay, now it's a simple diagram, it's just a simple an extra slide which will help you to understand that there are lots of roots which are edible. You can eat the root of many plants. Okay, just take a quick review on all these plants, enough. Okay, so most of the plant roots, they are edible. You can eat them. I will tell you some examples. Sweet potato, okay, then carrot, radish. In all these cases, the edible part is the root. In case of carrot and radish, the edible part is the taproot of that plant. Okay, children. So hope this video on root was clear for you. Okay, children, we will end this video. We will see about the next part of the plant in the next video. Thank you, children. Be safe.